6 a.m. and it's starting to rain. Let's go. Is this how our day is going to start off? I love it. Cloud cover all the way around. Darker in some spots, especially from the east. I don't know if it's coming from the east. Bring on the rain. What's up, Scooby? How's it going? You having a good day? Yeah? Ever been to Peru? Me neither. But these blueberries have. They're from Peru. And they're delicious. I'm usually not a big berry guy. Like, I eat strawberries. I eat blackberries. Raspberries. But blueberries? Absolutely love blueberries. And it was after I listened to a podcast about all the health benefits of blueberries, specifically. And I was like, really? I should try blueberries again. And I tried it and I was like, wow, these are actually really good. And now they're my favorite berry. I've always loved blueberry muffins, blueberry pancakes, you know, blueberry pie. I honestly haven't had blueberry pie in like 30 years, so I definitely need to try it again next time I have an opportunity to. Blueberry cheesecake, oh my God, so good. When it comes to fruit, I've always preferred melons, you know, watermelons, cantaloupes, honeydews. Obviously I love citrus, but you don't really eat citrus. It's more of like for the juice, lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit. I like the juices. And I like apples and bananas. But even then, give me the apples and bananas with peanut butter or honey. Otherwise, I'm just a smoothie guy. Give me a smoothie all day. Oh man, another super long day. Back-to-back calls. The last one took way longer than I should have. I let this lady just talk and talk more than I should have, but whatever. It's 4:40. Head to the gym right now. Just gonna try and crank this out before Tiffany gets home. We're gonna talk later. We're gonna go for a walk because I got so much on my mind I want to talk about, but right now I'm just like focusing on going to the gym and knocking this out. Ice Cream Man still exists. It's been a while, but they still exist. Two things I wanted to talk about today, and I meant to talk about one of them this morning during my shopping, and today just, it's so funny. Yesterday I was like, oh, I'm having such a great time. My days and my mood and my week's been great, and I counted the ways and all the reasons why I'm in a good place. And then, I don't know, today I woke up and everything was fine because I edited the vlog last night and coded it. So when I woke up this morning, all I had to do was upload. I logged in to New World and did some dailies, drank my coffee, vlog went up, and I left the house on time, right? But just, I don't know, got home, got to work, and just the vibe was a little off. And then the day just, like I said, the longest day. Plus, it's a busy work. I'm working on the app. We're getting really close to the testing phase, right? I'm testing it right now as a customer. And we worked through a couple of things that we both have to work on. Like they have to work on something, I have to work on something, but a lot of it is on my plate. A lot of the ball's in my court. For this thing to really be ready to put in front of customers, I have to do a lot of work, and I just don't have the time. My days are already long as it is. I'm working, 8 hours at the warehouse, and then I come home and have at least a minimum of an hour most nights. I won't say every night. Like tomorrow night, I might have one order to put in. Monday night, I might have one order to put in. But Sunday for Monday, Tuesday for Wednesday, Wednesday for Thursday, Thursday for Friday, I have orders to put in. And until we get this app launched and we move all those customers to the app where they can put their own orders in, that's the way it's going to be. Yesterday we talked about one of the things that I think contributes to my overall well-being is my health. And that specifically has to do with me working out, going to the gym, strength training, and changing my diet, changing what I eat, when I eat, how I eat, all that, just completely. So that's what I wanted to talk about as of yesterday, coming into today. That was the plan for today. But then I was listening to a podcast. It was Joe Rogan and Matthew McConaughey, and I love Matthew McConaughey. That guy is so inspirational, and he just has a way with words, And there was a point where they were talking about, Joe mentioned how he loves seeing people do what they love. Like, he loves watching someone do what they love. It doesn't matter what it is. Stand-up comedy, movies, podcasting, jiu-jitsu. He's obviously rambling off all the things that he's into and he sees people do, but he's just like, doesn't matter what it is. If you love doing that thing, I love watching you do that thing. And Matthew chimed in and said exactly the same thing, right? Like, it's a thing that you can't visualize yourself not doing, right? Like, you can't not do it. You have to do it. Like, you're compelled to do it. And I just had that, I heard that and I was like, that's kind of how I feel about vlogging, and I think more specifically, social media. I posted on X last night, literally as I got into bed, or as I was in bed, I was actually already in bed, that I have such a hard time turning my brain off. And more specifically, I have a problem with putting my phone down. And it's not so much of like I'm addicted, or I just want to consume content and I want to engage with people, right? Like, I left a pinned comment in yesterday's vlog saying, what do you do to boost your mood? What do you do when you're not in the right headspace? And I got some really great responses. I've started doing more and more pinned comments. So be sure you check the comments below. If you're not a comment person, I try to leave some kind of question, some kind of like relevant comment pinned below. Again, just to kind of invoke conversation, because again, I'm all about the conversation, and I understand this is more of a one-way thing. I talk to you, you're listening to me, you don't necessarily always have something to say, I get that. Someone said that they like to, when they're kind of in their head, and that's when they go and like, I forget what they said they do, like they go do something with the boys, right? Crack a beer and hang out with the boys, and that usually, barbecue, I think it was a barbecue. They do a barbecue and beers with the boys. And I'm like, yes, like to me, it's being social. Like, for me, I need to like socialize and talk it out. I always feel better when I talk it out. And 99% of the time, that's with you. It's with you. I'm pick up the camera and vlog. So many years in my past, in my history, I would vlog a rant and get it off my chest. And I tried to do it in one take. I didn't want to edit back then. And so if I didn't quite hit on my points, or I went too long and ranty, I re-recorded it. And I would do it 2 or 3 times. And by the time I got to the 3rd or 4th take where I was like, that was the one, I was like, man, I feel so much better. I don't even want to post it now. Like, what compelled me to talk about it, I no longer have that feeling to post it. I'm like, I actually don't even care about this anymore. I got it off my chest, and it's not even that big of a deal. I feel dumb even talking about this. I'm just going to delete the video. And I would delete the videos. I wouldn't even post them because I was like, whatever. Now I don't really feel like I want anyone to know I had this problem, My point is that after hearing Joe and Matthew talk about this, just for a brief moment during the long podcast they were talking about, it just made me think that, again, going in context of yesterday, what makes me happy and what really boosts and elevates my mood more than anything else, above all the other things I mentioned yesterday, is this thing that I have created and this thing that has become an intricate part of my life. And yes, once upon a time, I stopped vlogging. I stopped picking up a camera and talking to a camera because I was streaming. I was doing this live. I was sitting down in a chair and, at the peak of my streaming days on Twitch, I would sit my coffee for at least an hour minimum, and we'd just chat, right? We'd be in the just chatting category. And we would just be like, hey, how's it going? How's your morning? How was your night? What'd you guys do yesterday? Yo, check this out. So last night during dinner, and I would talk to my chat in a vlog format. And I would basically tell them about my evening. I would tell them about dinner. I would tell them about a conversation we had with Sierra and Bryce. I would tell them that, we went to Bryce's basketball game or Sierra's volleyball game and this is what happened. I would say all these things on stream. So even though I stopped vlogging I never stopped vlogging, let's just be clear. I never stopped, but I definitely slowed down the posting to, I think at one point I posted 1 vlog in 2 months. Over the course of 2 months, right? So let's just call it I skipped a month. But, I slowed down to the point where I was posting birthdays, holidays, special events, that kind of thing, which is few and far between, right? Sometimes I post maybe back-to-back vlogs in the same week because we had 2 things happen. But for the most part, I stopped vlogging on a consistent basis, but I was streaming every day, 5 days, 6 days a week, 40, 50 hours a week. I was talking more to that camera than I'd ever talked to this camera in a condensed time. So I was getting that off my chest. I was getting that same vibe. I was still getting the same feels. I was still engaging with the community and building relationships. And I was still scratching that itch that the vlogging does. Fast forward, we'll say 3 years ago, backed up on streaming, started working with my dad. I liked change. It was invigorating. I was learning something new. I was hanging out with my brothers. It was all fun and games. And then I realized, shit, I killed my Twitch channel. Twitch community is gone. I go live. Hardly anyone shows up. Wow. Now I don't have this. And that's when my depression started, when I realized I have no longer had someone to talk to on a regular basis, right? I had let my vlog channel die. My YouTube channel was dead. And now my Twitch channel was dead. And now I have no one to talk to. And that's what really kind of put me in my depression state of mind. Fast forward a year, Vlogtober pops up. I decide to do Vlogtober just as a challenge. And within 2 weeks, I got bit by the bug. I was in love with vlogging. I had all that same feelings, invigoration, and what small community that showed up was enough to jumpstart me. And my batteries were charged, and I was like, yes! I missed this. Oh my God, I missed this. And here we are. Here we are almost 2 years later. At the end of this month will be 2 years of daily vlogging. And I love it. And I'm fully obsessed with it again. And I think about it all the time. I think about YouTube all the time. I pay for services that are, YouTube specific. I stopped paying for, I think I pay for one Twitch service, and I'm getting ready to cancel that now too, because it's just like, there's no reason to pay for all these services for Twitch when I'm not streaming nearly enough, nor is anyone using the services. I'm not using the services, they're not using, no one's using them. I canceled my Twitch Turbo because I'm never watching streams. I'm never on Twitch. I'm on YouTube, I'm watching YouTube. So I have YouTube Premium, I pay for Boost over at vidIQ. And there's something else I pay for. But anyway, my point is, I'm all back in on YouTube and vlogging, and right now, when I think about it and I talk about it, I'm like back to being that champion, that cheerleader, that I'm a vlogger, I'm a YouTuber, and I love it. And that's the one thing that I can't see myself not doing. Now, granted, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, am I gonna get burned out again like I did the first time? Who knows? I can't predict the future. You can't predict the future. I have no idea. But I just don't think I'm ever going to get to that level, that height that I got to that one point. Will this ever be my full-time job again? I don't know. One can dream, obviously. Another thing I wanted to mention in regarding to this topic was I got a DM from somebody on Instagram that said they were going through a rough time, that they were dealing with a lot of personal stuff, multiple divorces in their family, financial woes, and I just responded back to them, man, that's rough. I feel for you, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told my daughter. Same advice I give my kids. There's gonna be bad days. There's nothing you can do about it. There's always gonna be bad days. There's gonna be bad times. And I say times because there's no duration of time. It could be days, weeks, months, years. But if life's taught me anything at 43 years old, is that you have to keep moving forward. You have to kind of push through that shit, right? You're in a swamp and you're drudging through the mud and you're drudging through the slosh. You have to keep pushing because eventually you're gonna get through that. Eventually you're gonna get to the other side of that. And on the other side, there's dry land. On the other side, there's water, food, shelter, whatever it is you're needing. Whatever it is you need today, right now, it's over there. But you can't get there if you sit here. You can't sit here, you can't dwell, you can't mope, and you can't give up, right? I say this all the time. I'm 43 years old. I haven't even lived half my life. I'm gonna live to be 100 years old. I'm saying that right now. Clip it, mark it down. I'm gonna live to be 100 years old. So I'm not even halfway through my life, right? I got 7 more years to hit the halfway mark. And then I got a whole other life to live. And I think about that all the time, Yes, I know the cliche, life's short, live like there's no tomorrow. The reality is for 99% of us, there is a tomorrow. and many, many more tomorrows. So keep that in mind, that when you're having a bad day, it's just today, man. It's just today. You're gonna go to sleep, you're gonna wake up, and it's gonna be a new day. How are you gonna start that day? How are you going to seize that day? What are you gonna take from today into tomorrow to ensure that you don't have another day like today? You know what I'm saying? I encourage you, as we talk about this, I encourage you to really take a step back, look at your life at like a 30,000 foot, level. And what's something that makes you happy? What's something that you love watching, listening to, reading about, right? If I were to open up your Instagram feed right now, go to your explore page, what am I gonna see? What are you into, right? What is the kind of the things that you love to learn about, right? Maybe it's something you like to do. You love doing this thing. Or maybe you're just something you enjoy watching. Lean into that. Do more of that, right? There's so many opportunities in the world today with the internet and social media to consume content, to create content. There's so much opportunity. So find that thing and do that thing. Consume more of that stuff. Do what makes you happy, within reason, without ditching your responsibilities or your loved ones or whatever else you're responsible for, But do what makes you happy. Hold on to that, right? Lean into it. And use that as the carrot on the stick, the proverbial carrot on the stick, to say, you know what, this sucks right here, but if I go over there, there's that thing I love. I have bad days at work. Today was a long day. Not shitty, it wasn't a shitty day, it was just long. But you know what? I knew that when I got home, I had a camera waiting for me. You were waiting for me. At some point, I was gonna come out here. It was only 90 degrees. We had cloud cover all day. We had a little bit of rain this morning. It's a little humid, but this is Arizona. This is when I can start, it's okay to walk outside. And I got my desert background that I love, right? A little walk and talk, like I said. I knew this. When I went to bed last night, I knew that we're going to go for a walk and talk today. And here we are. We're doing it. I had something to look forward to. I had something to push me through. Get through this damn day. Get home. Go to the gym, right? That's my responsibility to me, myself, and to my wife. Get my workout done. Boom, check that box. I got my workout done. I'm done with my workouts for the week. Now let's vlog. And this is what makes me happy. Last little thing I'll leave on this, and this is a good transition for tomorrow's vlog, which is gonna be about the gym and working out and fitness. But I'm listening to Modern Wisdom podcast with Sam Sulek. And Sam, for those of you who don't know, Sam Sulek is a YouTuber, very popular. He blew up in the last couple of years. He's a bodybuilder, weightlifter. His vlogs are and he was one of the first in the last couple of years to kind of really show that long form talking head, static shot work could be popular, right? People do like this style. The thing that Sam was saying to the host was that he just was doing his thing, and he turned on a camera and recorded it. And he said it was just something that felt natural to him because because people encouraged him to do it. You should do a podcast, you should do audiobooks, you should, whatever. People say he had a really good voice, and he had a lot of good advice to give. He was a young kid. I don't know, he's in his early 20s. I don't know how old he is now, but people just kind of encouraged him to share his knowledge and share his life. And so he did. He started doing it. Now he's killing it. He's crushing it. So my point is I'm giving you the nudge. I'm giving you the push to grab that thing that makes you happy and do more of that thing. Immerse yourself in that thing. Read more about it. Watch more videos about it. Find podcasts about it. Whatever it is that you're into, your hobby, your passion, again, may not be something you do, maybe something you like. You love basketball. Go find some basketball podcasts. Go find some basketball YouTube channels. Go find some books, audio books, right? Go find some Instagram channels to follow. There's so much content out there. I think those are F20 somethings. Like 24s, 27s, I don't know. The 20 series, whatever that is. Chuck will leave a comment below, whatever that is. straight up fins. Pretty sure the 30 series have like the cockeyed fins. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think I know what I'm talking about. It had the straight up fins. Anyway, go immerse yourself in whatever thing you love, whatever makes you happy. And if you feel invigorated, if you feel empowered, make some content about it. Share a story. Make it an Instagram story. Those disappear in 24 hours. If you're nervous about people, do Instagram stories. They disappear in 24 hours, but you still have that confidence of talking to a camera and talking about what you want to do, right? If you don't want to create content, don't create content. But again, immerse yourself with more of the content you love and consume. Make yourself happy. Find your happiness. It's there. It's right there. Tiffany made her world famous enchilada pasta, and OMG, was it amazing. Of course, can't have dinner without vegetables, and tonight we had zucchini, her favorite. Little pico de gallo and fresh cilantro to throw on top. Delicious. Got back from my walk. Tiffany was cooking dinner. I went and put all my orders in for the night. As of right now, I got all my orders in. I'm expecting one more. I think I will double check, because that's one thing that people have been forgetting to order, and I haven't been double checking to make sure everyone got everyone's orders in. I should have to text them, but if I don't, then we're texting them in the morning, and we're waiting for them to wake up to send their order. So got my orders in, so I'm done now. There, came back in here. We ate dinner, had a nice little catch-up session, filling her in on everything, her filling me in on everything, and we just cleaned up. We're actually leaving everything out right now because Sierra will be home any minute from school. So she'll make her plate. We'll catch up with her over the last 3 days, because this is the week where we don't see Sierra for 3 days, right? She goes to school on Tuesday morning. She stays the night at me and Papa's house, goes and does her internship student teaching on Wednesday, stays the night at me and Papa's house, goes back to ASU for Thursday, and then she comes home. So every other week, that's her schedule. So we'll catch up with her on Thursday night. Tomorrow we're heading up to Flagstaff. Me, Mom, and Papa are going to be taking their trailer up there. We're going to be staying with them for the weekend. We'll get up there. We'll grab Bryce. We'll go to dinner. We'll probably walk around downtown Flagstaff a little bit. And then on Saturday, we have a tour of the athletic department. We'll walk the field. We have a tailgate party to go to. And then we're actually going to go to the NAU football game. So that's an action-packed Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll probably just chill at the campgrounds, maybe go back into Flagstaff at some point, and then we'll head back down home to Phoenix on Sunday. So it's an action-packed weekend. I'm looking forward to it. You should be looking forward to it. I'm going to bring you along the whole time. And Flagstaff's got great internet, so we shouldn't have any problems uploading the vlogs. If they're a little late, I apologize. But other than that, tomorrow's Friday. Let's make it a good one.